when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Crescent City of New Orleans and the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. We've got a good one. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. Off we go from the Superdome. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. And now the first carry for Joe Mixon. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. 18 yards on the pickup there. First down, New Orleans.
At the 43-yard line.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
No chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Yaya Diaby in there to drop him as he records his 5th sack of the year.
Here we go. 180.
Burrow here on 2nd down. And that one incomplete. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever.
Gun.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. He's going to let this one go deep. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
At their own 38-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Teams practice this every single day. It's just scramble drill, and there's just basic rules once the quarterback breaks contain. If you're deep, work back to the quarterback. If you're short, go deep. And just make sure everybody works their way in phase in the same direction as the quarterback.
try to get the running game going. His first carry, and they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. In motion, it's Waddle. Now, receiver coming around. He's got the pop pass. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line.
Somebody got a boy, somebody got a boy, I told you.
On one, ready? Here we go.
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Trevin Wallace in on the tackle.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Right, 80.
They'll go right back to Mixon. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
On one, ready?
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this ball incomplete on third down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
They'll look to throw. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. They're going to work this down inside the 45. That was good for a dozen. A very quick first down.
Now, there's not a lot to this route. Man coverage, and you got a drag route. Give them a little something off the line and go. Win with speed. Good, accurate ball on the front shoulder pad. Allows him to pick up the rest after the catch and leads to a big game.
He'll drop to throw. That's to Waddle again. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Not much there, maybe a yard.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and
8. Second down, 8 to go from the 28. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. A toss left side, caught by his running back. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. What will the second quarter have in store? More from New Orleans after this. Third down, 3 to go.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Back to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
Now, faking the give, rolling to the left. That is caught left side by Waddle. And the Bucs are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal. Ball sitting at the 7. First and goal. Back to the air one more time. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. The extra point is good. And the Buccaneers will take a 7-0 lead.
Saints nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here we go. Shot. Right 80. Right shot. Shot.
Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage.
You come across on a jet sweep, Mike. You're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
Second down, Burrow. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
I think when that ball left his hand, he had visions of a big play, and then that big play almost got flipped on its head because I think he's lucky that that ball didn't end up going back the other direction because that defender got both hands on it but just couldn't come down with the pick.
Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. Nolan Smith He spins to drop him for a sack, and that will bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Here's Ethan Evans now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. Here comes Smith on the return.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sending it deep for Waddle. And he will score. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Tampa. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And now flags come in. This kickoff goes out of bounds. Special teams with a mistake on the kickoff.
Here we go. Right 80.
On first and 10, Burrow. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen, and that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
Gun. Shot. 180. Shot.
Now, Burrow. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. That's Chase Young off the edge with the tackle.
3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
From the 48-yard line. Here's second down and 7. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll get this to about midfield. Jalen Johnson up from his corner spot to make the stop.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
Here's a third down and 4. One of the tight ends motions right. The RPO, that one is complete. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Throwing now from the gun. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. It's a pass he say he should have had, but instead he does not, and it brings up second down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target. The ball falls incomplete.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We're back to New Orleans. After this, 3rd and 10. He'll look on him in a flash, and he lost the football. The Saints have got it. Still going. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop him with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Over the middle, it's taken in by Waddle. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Now they'll set up to throw. Forced out wide. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. He's got it! And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. A pickup of 44 yards. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Gun.
Burrow now to throw on 1st down. Quick hitting slant there. From up and down, just shy of the 40. Saints going to use their 2nd timeout as clock stops. 50 seconds to play until halftime. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10.
White 80. White stop.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. White 80.
Now, Burrow. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
Here we go. Here we go. Shot. Shot.
Burrow. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, New Orleans. His 4th TD grab of the season.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the 1st half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Here's Smith to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. A signal, timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this 1st half.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. In motion, it's Waddle. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The 1st half has come to an end. Pretty interesting 1st half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this 2nd half gets underway. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Out to his right. And he spots his target downfield. Great teamwork on the completion. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a 1st down.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. They're not content, Mike, here, just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that. They're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly.
It's a pick of the 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
It's 3rd and 4. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Moving left. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
He'll drop to throw. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th. They wind up turning it over on down.
12.
On 1st down, they'll start with Mixon. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
Right, 80. Stop.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. That's the safety, Andre Sisco. And the Buccaneers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
They'll throw out of the gun. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Chance to tie the game or even take the lead.
Well, with this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
Gun. Stop. Right, 80. Stop.
They go play action for Burrow. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Right, 80. Stop.
Play action now. It's Burrow. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete.
There is no worse feeling either coming back from the huddle or the sideline after a big drop. And that was a beautifully designed play, perfectly placed ball, and he just couldn't make the grab.
Here we go. Stop. Right, 80. Stop.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
The kick is no good.
Off his foot, Mike, this ball was just never on target. He might have been hoping for it to work a little left to right, but it just didn't want to cooperate. It ends up staying wide left.
They'll begin here on the ground. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They send the tight end in motion. They'll stick with him again. And he'll only be able to muster a yard. That's Chase Young off the edge with the tackle.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 7. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential. Your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
3rd and long.
Here we go. 180. Shot.
To throw is Burrow. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Trevin Wallace. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side. So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. To the pylon, he's in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Now the try here for the point after. It's up and through. And the Bucs have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Stop.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. Throwing right, it's taken in. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And he'll get this up to the 44. It was about nowhere to make the play.
At the 44-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
1-1, ready?
It is 2nd and 6.
Gun.
Here's Burrow. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
1st and 10 at the
That's 2 catches
46-yard
on this
line.
drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, can. 11, Thomas.
To throw is Burrow. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
There's certain guys, Mike, that have earned the right to make those tight window throws. And that doesn't mean that he's not going to get himself into trouble from time to time, but we've seen throughout his career his ability to make throws that other guys are either uncomfortable or unable to make is a big reason why he's kind of in a class all of his own.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
10 yards to go.
He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll be third down.
Here we go. Stop.
Back to throw, Burrow. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And he's in! Touchdown 6.
This is just backbreaking here. If you're the defense, you feel like you're in a really good spot. It's 3rd and pass. You understand what the offense likely has to do to convert the first down. They just don't do a great job of covering the receivers. And the St. let's give a lot of credit. Nice job by the quarterback working through his progression, getting to the right choice, and it pays off for a touchdown.
Brown now to return it. And he's going to be taken down there as we come to the end of the third quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll get this out to the left flat. And good work defensively to slow him up before he can get free. He's ushered out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back, and he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
That's good.
A gain of 17 yards. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
First down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
It's a big play when they needed it the most. 32 yards.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things. A highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, the rest is up to them.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Here's 2nd and 6. Thrown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal. Try to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And you can generate.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Tampa. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. No problem there on the extra point. And the Bucs will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Right 80. Right shot.
On 1st down, Burrow. Looking down the field there, but it falls. Incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Right 80. Right shot.
Burrow. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. They get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Right 80. Shot.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. This pass deflected and caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play and a much-needed one as well. And even 30 yards.
Right 80. Shot.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now. And a 1st down to boot.
Here we go. Right 80. Right shot. Shot.
Now give on the ground. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
His throw left side is complete. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
Here we go.
Here's Mixon. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
At the 17-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Here we go, here we go. Cut.
Now, Burrow. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
That's a gain of 7.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Big play. 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets us first and goal.
Nothing really fancy about that last completion, but what it does do, Mike, is now they are on the doorstep of the end zone. So now they've got to find a way to finish this long drive with a touchdown.
That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And it'll bring up second and goal.
Let's get set. Stop.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Nolan Smith in there to record his second sack of the afternoon and number 6 on the year.
11 MT, 11 MT. Stop.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes 4th and goal.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Talanoa, who fumbled.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
And he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts to stop it here with 1:07 on the clock. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And he's going to have that first down. Tackle me up around the 35. Saints going to use their 2nd timeout as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So a win here for the visiting Bucks. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play.